Welcome to Wesley Impact. I'm Keith Garner. Are you on social media? And how important is it to be on social media to communicate with young people? Well, thank you for your company today. It's always a pleasure to share with you. Here at Wesley Mission, we've always been at the forefront of media and communication. When television was just 5 years old in Australia, one of my predecessors, the Reverend Alan Walker, was hosting prime-time television programmes, communicating with the community through newspaper and print and, of course, on radio. He was following in the footsteps of the Reverend Ron Coleman and others who were beating an exciting path in Christian communication. As media evolved through the 1980s and 90s, my immediate predecessor, the Reverend Gordon Moyes, continued our media presence on television and radio. And today, we do the same in relevant and appropriate ways, using the media and emerging technologies to communicate the work we do and to share the Christian faith. A conversation about media in our day must include social media, and Wesley Mission certainly does have a presence on the platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and LinkedIn. I have to remember them all. There are that many growing numbers. In fact, we've over 5,000 followers regularly on Facebook and communicate with over 10,000 people every day. Those are small figures compared to many, but they are significant. To find out more about our work online and in social media, and indeed to follow us, please visit our website and follow the links. We'll be joined by a guest today who knows the importance of social media as a medium to connect with people. Not just young people, but people of all ages via social media. Josh Hawkins is a young adults minister at his local church and has a social media following that has seen him being interviewed on national television in Australia, appeared on the BBC World Service, World News, and selected by a telephone company to front an online brand campaign. Something tells me there's more to social media than a few videos and posts, and we'll speak with Josh a little later. We'll also be joined by Craig Gower and Deborah Ezzie Walton with the Wesley Impact band First Love, a song by Darlene Sheck. And I'll share a few thoughts about some people who came to the disciples with a desire to see Jesus. This leads to John's Gospel telling us something profound as the events of the cross approach. Continuing in the theme of doing all we can to communicate with all who we come into contact with, we've revamped our website to make it easier to navigate and find any area of our work that may be relevant to you and to get in touch with us. So let's take a look together.
We relaunched wesleymission.org.au. We're really excited. It's the result of hours of hard work and we can't wait to share it with you. Check it out.
The best thing about the website that we've created here is that it's customer first, mobile first.
We wanted to design this from the ground up for whatever made the most sense to our customers, our clients.
A website that put the user experience at centre.
Whatever that page is that we click on from the search result, we wanted that page to be able to be like page one.
What's driven this project for me is about helping people. Wesley Mission have a big history of helping people and it's what drives us as an organisation.
We're quite confident that what people will see will be a modern, world-class kind of website.
Community engagement and property department have come together with their great skill sets to really focus on the outcome for the customer, and we've delivered a great product together.
We've designed it in such a way that if you're looking to get information really quickly, you're a person in crisis, then you can do that.
Many users will see that it's a much cleaner and sleeker look. One piece of advice would be to use the search feature.
People can find what they want when they need it and it can be the difference in changing their life.
We designed the new website with accessibility in mind so we can better engage the community.
Very easy to change font sizes and so on tablets and touchscreen devices.
It'll actually pick up where they are via an IP address or by their geolocation and serve them the services that are nearest to them so they can find out where the help is that they need straight away.
We had some of the very best people we could possibly have had to enrich our own understanding and our own capabilities in here. So to get that extra shot of expertise was sensational.
Yeah, this is a great website and really look fabulous.
Like when it says home care, you know what it is. When it says financial counselling, you know what it is.
It seems to be really easy to find a place to belong. The categories make sense.
You can find fresh, new, exciting content in our news section. We'll also have our regular content that is uploaded weekly, such as Wesley Impact TV, Wesley Radio.
You can actually see all of the events, and referencing some of the best functionality from other event websites, you can search and find something that you're interested in on a particular day that you can easily get involved with.
We want to help people in need, but we also want people to support us. We want people to volunteer with us. We want people to attend our church services. And this new website will enable people to engage with us in many, many ways.
It's really slick, really fresh. I invite you all to go in and have a look.
So that's just a quick snapshot of what the website has to offer. We're really excited and we think you will be too. So visit wesleymission.org.au.
If you would like to learn more about Wesley Mission, visit wesleymission.org.au. You can find help in our community services, connect with our church and congregations, discover a volunteer role that suits you, stay up to date on the latest news and information, donate to support our work, and help make a positive difference in your community. You can also connect with us on social media and subscribe to receive the latest news and information about Wesley Mission directly into your inbox. Visit wesleymission.org.au.
So please don't hesitate to be in touch if you want to find out more about Wesley Mission, or perhaps you want to find help for yourself or some other person close to you. Our email address and our website's on the screen now. Today I'm joined by young adults minister and pastor and social media personality Josh Hawkins. Josh has a significant presence online, and he's found online fame through a video he produced which went viral, which means for the uninitiated it was viewed and shared by tons and tons of people. Let's look at one of Josh's videos.
Hi, I'm Josh, aka Hi Josh.
This guy goes by the name Hi Josh.
Josh, thank you so much for joining us from Australia.
Have an avocado.
Have an avo.
I got elves in the South Pole, making the presents you asked for.
Life is one big party when you're serious. But who's gonna have your back when it's all done?
My name's Derek. I'm a DJ.
He calls himself the guy who likes to
throw things into other things. Didn't get 6 million views in a week, so here we go.
Some of Josh's videos have been viewed by over 8 million people. To tell us more about what he does and why he does it, welcome Josh.
Thanks, Keith.
Is that going to be a new sport in the Olympics? You know,
throwing
where people
things?
Throwing things on for people's shoulders?
I hope so. I would love to win a gold medal, and that's probably the only thing I could win it in.
I'm sure. Oh, I don't. You could do many things, I'm sure. How did it all come about?
Well, I've been doing YouTube for about 10 years. This particular video was 2 years ago and came out of nowhere. I had an empty bottle of Powerade. There's a bin behind me. Didn't want to walk the 4 steps to the bin, so chucked it, went in. And yeah, it just got harder and harder from there.
And you do it naturally? You don't do any practice or anything, do you?
Well, I figure like if I practice and it goes in, then I've wasted it. So I just make sure I film everything.
Absolutely. How many videos have you actually done on post?
I have done about 150 videos throughout those 10 years.
Now, in a very serious sense, what sort of reaction do you get?
Well, hopefully it's quite funny. But that's the kind of content I make, like short comedy videos. But obviously, like the throwing one isn't really funny. It's just kind of amazing and interesting.
Amazing.
I think it's amazing.
Yes. So let me talk about the influence of social media, because this is a bit more serious. Because social media is, you know, you can be on the train and the bus. You see people absolutely engrossed in what they're doing.
Yeah.
Do you see it as a very powerful media?
Oh, for sure. And I think that's why I think anyone in the world should engage in it. I think it's a great tool. But yeah, it's crazy the numbers. Like Facebook has over 2 billion people on it now. I know there's Snapchat, which a lot of the young people use, and there's 10 billion sent every day. So it's just kind of interesting how obsessed we are with social media. And I think it's a good thing. I see it as a good thing. It's a good tool to engage with people and build relationships.
I mean, the world has changed. When we came to Australia 13 years ago, we used to have to pick the telephone up to speak to family in the
Telephone?
UK. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's something they have on the side, on the table. You pick it up.
I think
yeah.
I've read books about that.
But now you can just get your phone and immediately it's FaceTiming or
Yeah,
Skyping.
talk to anyone in the world.
Yeah.
You can message a celebrity. You never know if they'll message back. It's great.
How do you use it to connect with people?
Well, so for me personally, the way I use it to connect with people is just to use the gifts that God's given me in order to engage people. So that's why I make videos, hopefully funny videos, that people would simply be engaged and like entertained.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe the next step would be to build a relationship with that person, or at least have an icebreaker for a conversation.
Now, in your role at church, how do these two link up together?
I mean, not really directly linked. So I obviously work at the church, and then this is on the side, and I do both. But I think it helps, again, to break the ice. I was actually a pretty shy kid, and so what I found was these videos actually helped to break the ice in conversation, helped me get out of my little shell, a little introverted shell.
I understand that because I'm a preacher and I find it still very difficult to begin conversation with people I've never met and all that sort of stuff. And so these things do help you to do what you're doing. I want to ask this question.
Yeah.
What are the dangers of social media?
Oh, well, I think the danger is we get too obsessed with it. I've found myself, the first thing I do when I wake up is scroll through Facebook, and the last thing you do before you go to bed, have another scroll. So you can definitely, I think it's good to have boundaries with that stuff because it's endless content. And I think just finding your self-worth in the social media stuff. And I think a lot of young kids might find that, where it's like, oh, I didn't get enough likes or enough comments.
Sure.
And it's like, I get that because that's kind of the way that we're wired.
There was a conversation, wasn't it, about the likes, when sometimes it might be responding to something that like is not the appropriate thing to bang, really.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, if you're confident and find your value somewhere else, that's when it's okay to be engaged in it and to have fun with it. I think that's the most important thing.
How far do you think the church can use this positively as a tool for communication?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I mean, I meet a lot of people at church on a Sunday who are there for the first time, and I'm like, how did you end up here? Did you come with a friend? And a lot of the answer is, well, I searched church in Castle Hill, and yours was the first one that popped up. I think that's really powerful, like that someone could actually come to a church, join a community because of something that they search online.
Josh, just hold on a few minutes and I'd like to have a little word with you again before the end of the show, but thank you ever so much for being part of what it is we're doing. Please welcome now Craig Gower and Deborah Ezzie-Walton with the Wesley Impact Band to sing First Love.
Every fear overtaken, every wall comes crashing down. I am free in your presence, oh. You have lifted my burden. You surround me with your grace, full of hope in your presence, oh. And I can't stop singing about your love. I can't stop singing about your love. My heart is overcome. Oh, and I can't stop singing about your love. For everything that you've done, Jesus. You are my first love, and I praise you forever. Your love goes on and on, and I sing to you, Jesus. You are my first love. Sing hallelujah. You are my first love. Sing hallelujah. I can't stop singing about your love. I can't stop singing about your love. My heart is overcome. I can't stop singing about your love. Everything that you've done, my heart is overcome. You are my first love. Sing hallelujah. You are my first love. Sing hallelujah. You are my first love.
Over the years of Wesley Impact, Keith Garner has had hundreds of conversations sharing stories of hope, resilience, love and the Christian faith. Perspectives on Faith and Entertainment is a collection of inspiring and insightful conversations with people who are leaders in their field, including former Queen of Pop, Deborah Byrne, pioneer songwriter Jeff Bullock, children's and country music entertainer Colin Buchanan, Golden Guitar winning duo Carter and Carter, seasoned performer and music mentor Daniel Kay, and renowned worship leader Darlene Check. Each conversation shares a unique perspective on entertainment and collectively presents a broad cross-section of performers and how their faith impacts their lives and others. Perspectives on Faith and Entertainment is the third instalment of a 3-part series and is available now from Wesley Mission. To find out more, contact Wesley Mission on 02 9263 5555 or email impacttv@wesleymission.org.au.
Jesus had a particular way of drawing people to himself. On one occasion, some Greeks came to the disciples with a request. Let me read to you from John chapter 12, beginning at verse 20. Now there were some Greeks among those who went up to worship at the festival. They came to Philip, who was from Bethsaida in Galilee, with a request. Sir, they said, we would like to see Jesus. Philip went to tell Andrew. Andrew and Philip in turn told Jesus. Jesus replied, the hour has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. Very truly, I tell you, unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds. Anyone who loves their life will lose it, while anyone who hates their life in this world will keep it for eternal life. Whoever serves me must follow me. For where I am, my servant also will be. My Father will honour the one who serves me. Now my soul is troubled. And what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour? No, it was for this very reason I came to this hour. Father, glorify your name. Then a voice came from heaven. I have glorified it and will glorify it again. The crowd that was there and heard it thought it had thundered. Others said an angel had spoken to him. Jesus said, the voice was for your benefit, not mine. Now is the time for judgment on this world. Now the prince of this world will be driven out. And I, when I'm lifted up from the earth, will draw all people to myself. He said this to show the kind of death he was going to die. Well, there are a number of things that I think are worth just drawing our attention to. First, it was a bold request made to Philip. There's something about Jesus' accessibility that had always, to me, been attractive. The fact that people could come, and they come with this bold request. We want to see Jesus, and they knew that they could do that. Philip went to Andrew, the great introducer of people, and we're told that he also received that request. And this becomes a critical moment. We're told in verse 23, in the same passage, something quite significant, really. The hour has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. Very truly, I tell you, unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. In John's Gospel, Jesus is reported as seeing his cross and his death as his hour of glory. The death of Jesus lies at the heart of understanding the glorification of Jesus. There's no understanding of good news, certainly in John and in all the early teaching and preaching of the Christian community, without the cross and resurrection. You can say all kinds of nice things, have good ideas, but the gospel ultimately centres on those things which are to do with the death and resurrection of Jesus. And the setting, shall we call it the background to this passage, is the drawing near of the cross. It is an all-important hour. That's stressed in verse 27. Now my soul is troubled. What shall I say? This is the very reason I came to this hour, says Jesus. It is a critical moment. It's the hour that is the hour of decision. It's the hour in which all things turn in the story of Jesus Christ. The Son of Man has to be lifted up. There's no doubt that this has its affinity with what lies ahead in the cross. We're told, and I, when I'm lifted up from the earth, will draw all people to myself. The attractiveness of the cross, that as he's lifted up, people can see just who he is and why he came to this world. And when we get hold of that, we start to understand the deepest meaning of the person of Jesus Christ. The glory of the cross is linked to his purpose. The cross is not just something that is at the end of the story. It is the very direction of his ministry. It's the very call of those who will follow afterwards. It's the power through the Holy Spirit at Pentecost that is given to the church to point always to the cross. So no matter how fancy we might feel about the way we communicate the gospel, no matter how modern we might feel in the things that we do, ultimately it's the cross that shines brightest, longest, and speaks with clarity to this world. The self-giving love of Jesus Christ for all the world, all people, not just a select few in a corner, not one particular era of people, not one particular group of people, whatever young or old they are, but all people, and all people in their need to Christ. And that being drawn to Christ is so very important. That's the message that went viral, if you like. It was interesting to talk about, in a very humorous way, about how things go viral. People all want to get hold of it. But this message did go viral at a certain point in time, when people picked it up in all the languages of the world and realised this message of the all-powerful love of God can be for them. And it sped through the known world and has been spreading ever since. That giving of Jesus Christ for all the world. When he's lifted up from the earth, he will draw all people to himself. It's a marvellous section in John's Gospel on our journey towards the message of Easter and all the power that that will bring as we understand it for ourselves.
If you would like to contact Keith and find out more about today's program, write to us at Wesley Mission, Post Office Box A 5555, Sydney South 1235, or you can send us an email to impacttv@wesleymission.org.au. On our website, you can catch up on past episodes of Wesley Impact, find out more about our work, read online magazines and articles, and connect with us on social media. You can also connect through Keith's blog and stay up to date on all the latest news and information from Wesley Mission, wesleymission.org.au.
Thank you once again for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the conversation with Josh Hawkins. Just before we finish, Josh, if somebody's listening to our conversation and they're a young person sat there and they really want to be the next YouTube or social media sensation, what would you say to them?
I would simply say just have fun with it. That's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. And that's, I think, the most important thing. Have fun, and if your friends enjoy it, then you've got to win.
And then in the Christian sense, if you've got to win, you become somebody who can then use that position in a way that's positive and good in the world, can't you?
Yeah, and I think that's where the power of it comes in. If you're having fun and showing the values of what a Christian is and who a Christian is, it'll be attractive, and people will see that and they'll start asking questions.
And that's the responsibility we've got, isn't it, as Christians in that space?
Yeah, and then we can start to share our faith with gentleness and respect, and it's going to be a beautiful thing.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. If you'd like to see more of Josh online, go and visit our Wesley Mission website on the screen now and follow the links. You can also watch this and past episodes on our website, and where we share all kinds of videos. You can go on Facebook, YouTube, all kinds of places. I look forward to seeing you next week at the same time, at the same place. Don't forget to tune in or watch us on social media so you can share in what it is that we do together. May God richly bless your life this week.
Wesley Mission provides over 107,000 nights of accommodation each year to people who are experiencing homelessness. To find out more, visit wesleymission.org.au.